that has an agenda to change or influence the sexual orientation of dominant culture, it is straight people. So yeah. Taquito Marquito, I don't know your pronouns, he, she, them, they, but you're actually giving me great ideas, bitch. You need to help me write this YouTube, because that is a great point. Yes, and I don't mean to call you a bitch. I'm sorry. That's just the way I speak, but I try not to call people bitch unless I know they're okay with it as a term of endearment, so I'm sorry for that. But yes, the primary way to structure a good moral panic is to make children the subject of it. That is the number one way to craft a compelling moral panic, is to make children the subject of it. It's because children are the one group in society that we have all agreed to protect. Now, mind you, we don't actually protect children in society. Children are actually quite marginalized and oppressed in society. Nobody really protects children. And I don't mean that individually, I mean that collectively. We don't protect children. That is how men like R. Kelly are able to offend for 30 years before they see any accountability. That is why children receiving lunch in schools, a place where they are legally obligated to be, is a hot button issue. This is why a man could come into a fucking elementary school and murder children, and that not bring about any substantial gun control or even structural differences for American schools. American society does not actually give a fuck about children. It just pretends to, as it pertains to queer people. Because they know that, once again, at least outwardly, everybody will pretend that they want to protect children. But it's an act. Somebody said performative protection. Yep, because if protecting children was the real goal, then we wouldn't focus on drag story times where some bitch in a dress is reading Rumpelstiltskin, places where there are no proven instances of abuse. As of 2024, the Catholic Church, the Christian church, was still being held accountable for hiding instances of abuse, and ain't nobody trying to shut that down like drag story time. They pretend to care about children, only as far as queer people are concerned, or immigrants. Yep. Mm-hmm. And it's so sick when you consider the fact that minority children are always left out of that view of protection. Because once again, they tell you that you should fear queer people because we're out to harm your children, right? But on the list of things that are affecting Black, Indigenous, immigrant children, let's look at the other thing. Black children can be shot in parks for playing with a fake gun. They can be shot because they're sleeping on their grandmama's couch and the police decided to kick in the wrong door during a drug raid. Children can be kept in facilities at the border, facilities that aren't even fit for a fucking cane corso, facilities where they're being abused and nobody gives a fuck. And then they look you right in your eye and say, queer people are bad because we want to protect children. Child. But yeah. What else I want to tell y'all? Yeah, I'm